My name is Andrew. I am a rancher, a marksman, an outdoorsman, and a bladesmith. I've spent most of my life seeking adventure in one way or another, or in one place or another, and I would like to share all of that with you. What's up, folks? So today I would like to talk to you about a basic tactical principle called pieing a corner. So when you're inside a building and there is a bad guy, or we'll say a target inside the building, you may not know where they are. And using this technique will allow you to see around corners inside a building and see your target before they can see you, in order for you to eliminate that target. I was sort of joking with my girl last week about mathematics and made a reference to trigonometry. And it's kind of funny that when pieing a corner, you're dealing with angles and almost seems like geometry in a lot of ways. Basically, the way that you go around corners is supposed to optimize your eyesight around a corner in a way where you put the least amount of your body around that corner and make yourself the least visible possible. Whereas if your target is not using the same tactics, he'll be very visible and easy to identify. So you can see right here is an example of those lines and angles that I was talking about. The bad guy is in blue, and his area is what we call Death Valley. So you correctly pieing this corner are not visible to him in Death Valley, but you can see just a little portion of his pack there, meaning you can see him and you know where he's at. On the other hand, if you were to do this incorrectly, your entire body is visible before you can even get your gun and your head around the corner, and you're in Death Valley. You're dead. Here's an example of two people clearing a room. They'll usually set up on either side of the doorway here, which means that they can see both directions at once, and they slowly progress inward, revealing a piece of the pie, hence pieing the corner. As they progress further, they open up more and more pieces of the pie, and one of them eventually gets into that first point where he can see a portion of his backpack and is unseen. And as you can see that they have now done this, they have opened up this entire area in the room and know where everything is in that area and are yet to be seen. So all this guy does is step to the left here, and he shoots through the wall and takes out the target. So now that we've gone over the basic principles and we've seen a chart of how this theoretically functions, I'd like to show you a little bit of what it looks like in person. And of course, this is only video. You'll have to practice it for yourself, maybe with some friends and some airsoft guns, but eventually you start to see just how useful this tactic can be. So let's take a simple doorway like this. If I am right-handed and I am coming from this side of the door here, what I'm going to want to do is see exactly what is around this door, and we'll say that the camera is the bad guy. So I'm right-handed, right? So I'm coming around the doorway like this. So let's see what happens when I do that. As you can see, half of my body has now gone around this threshold. And before my gun or my head is around this corner, you've already seen me. So this would be an example of somebody that does not know how to pie a corner correctly. On the other hand, somebody pieing a corner correctly would be ambidextrous. They would switch their hands. So as they come around that corner, you can see far less of that person. And the way it works out is my eye is lined up with this gun here. So all that's going to come around the corner is maybe the top of my shoulder here. So a regular person standing there like this, I'm going to see whole half of their arm, whole half of their body, before they see any of me at all as I come around the corner like this. So I want you to imagine us taking a piece of a pie. Every step we go, we're taking a piece out of this pie. And we'll say that I am right in line with my gun barrel here. That's where my eyes are. Nothing's going around that corner except for my barrel and my eyes. And as I take a step, I'm gonna keep going around the corner here, and you're gonna see, oh, there's a piece of a body right there. Turns out it's a goat. But we're gonna take a step, and as we keep on going, we're taking a piece out of this pie every time we go around this corner. Now it's gonna happen a lot faster in real life. We're gonna go like this, and we're always gonna keep our gun right here on that threshold as we continue to take a piece out of that pie. Now we're around the corner here, and we wanna go around that next corner, but there's a window here. So your threshold changes. As we take more out of this pie here, we can see our threshold is now over there. And we can continue to cut this pie and go around this corner.